Hey everyone, Eric Leamy here. You're watching my YouTube vlog in which sentimental thoughts come from the heart. Mental oddball shenanigans come from the brain. It's EML77 TV. Episode 693. How's everyone doing tonight? Today is June the 12th, 2020, 6:05 p.m. I'm about less than an hour away to go on Zoom with my church family. Gonna want to get something in here. I did an episode where I was talking about Chuck E. Cheese. And there is, I have an idea if you want to save Chuck E. Cheese. In fact, Ultimate Charizard, I want to thank him for commenting on it and sharing the link. A gentleman, an individual by the name of Sebastian Gonzalez has decided to put up a GoFundMe page for Chuck E. Cheese to save it from the coronavirus. If you're a fan of Chuck E. Cheese, if you can, if anything, I'm not going to be able to do anything about it, but even though it's part of my childhood, but I'm too old for Chuck E. Cheese, obviously, but still, the legacy of it does remind me of my childhood during my times when I partied with my cousins back in the day when I was younger. So, but if you want to, if you want your kids, if there's people out there that want their kids to enjoy Chuck E. Cheese or something like that, there's a GoFundMe page. I will put it in the link in the description. About saving Chuck E. Cheese from coronavirus. This is not my idea. It is Sebastian Gonzalez. He's the one. Ultimate Charizard was the commenter that put it up. So I want to thank Ultimate Charizard. A little shout out to you, my friend. Thank you very much for commenting. And that's a good idea. If you can put something in there, you can make a pledge, go for it. So to save Chuck E. Cheese from the coronavirus. If not, well, Chuck E. Cheese goes. But we will see for sure what's going to happen. Okay, as we head into the final weekend of my coronacation, as some people like to call it, I tell you what, it is going to be, like I said, it's going to be bittersweet going back to work because one, I'm used to staying home, sleeping in. It was a regular routine. I usually stay up late at night, be on the computer all the time. But at least I get there's that's the downside. The downside is leaving you home. You have to be up, go for work, and everything else. Got to wear a mask, and it has been really tough. And with these new restrictions that are happening around here, and it's quite so it has been quite a journey since March. Imagine you have not seen your coworkers for a couple of months, or your bosses in a couple of months. I mean, my boss, when he called me up on Monday, called me up on Tuesday to say he'll see me on Monday. He says, "It's great hearing from you." And I said, "Yeah, it's great. I'm doing fine. The spirits are up and everything else. And I'm sure a lot of questions will be asked of me when I get back to work. That's another thing that I'll be expecting as well. And then people ask me, what are you doing during your downtime all the time? I've been sticking my nose on the computer and trying to be creative, trying to keep my mind sane, trying to communicate with people, and trying to deal with stuff here and there, issues, do projects, do videos on YouTube. It has been a journey that it has been a mental journey for a lot of us. And then we have the protests going on and everything else. I think it's probably the biggest mental journey I have endured, the biggest mental adventure I ever had in my life during this time, during this downtime. I mean, it is amazing about how things have happened. You know what I mean? It's amazing how things happen, and just it's just mind blowing. That type of deal. And I have to admit, it has been like I said, I have to admit, it's been a wild ride and all that, but I am not ending the video, the channel itself. I'm going to still keep going. I want to still do my thing. I want to still keep rolling, despite the fact that I go back to work. What I'm going to do is every time I come home from work, and like I said, the South Coast Festival Cup Championship will still go on. I got to make sure that I don't do it late at night per se, because that just, with me going back to work, it changes my routine up. I had to go, I usually stay up late and all that. Will I do one more dark episode, so to speak, when all the lights are out and just a light here, there, and a flashlight there, and just do everything in the dark or something like that? I'm not going to do any more dark episodes, and that's another thing that so that's another thing that I will not do anymore. So sorry folks, it's a lot of fun and all, but I figure my attitude needs to get better, and I know there's been a lot of things been going on here between internet drama and all that. I have a friend who Thomas Willis, who has his own Twitch live stream podcast. Fareey TV. It's Fareey TV. There is if you go there on here on YouTube, he put the live stream up from last night here on YouTube. Check out his Twitch, and if you want to see it, they talk about internet troll dramas, and the three of us have gone through. There's me and the two other friends of mine have gone through it, and so give that a subscribe or follow, whatever, and try to listen in. Maybe you have dealt with trolls like this before and everything else. So it's something to check out. Okay. Tonight is the final SmackDown before Backlash. As you know, a couple of SmackDown superstars are going to be involved. The Universal title will be on the line in a handicap match. Braun Strowman to defend against Miz and Morrison. Hey, hey, ho, ho. And Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross, Sasha Banks, and Bayley will be involved in a triple threat women's tag team championship match that will include the newest Raw superstars, the Iconics. Will do battle there. You got Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus as well. So that's going to be a heck of a so I don't know if there's any more matches added to the card. We'll find out tonight on SmackDown. What if the Intercontinental title match does not happen tonight? Is it going to change over to Backlash, or is it going to go out of control? We don't know for sure. Excuse me. So it has been a quite, like I said, mental journey and all. Like I said, the only time I went out is when I go shopping for food and necessities, and sometimes the occasional non-essential stuff. In this case, this set of headphones that I have on here, it's the wiring. I found out what was wrong, and I know you all notice I went back to the old one. But here's the thing: the fact of the matter is that it just needed, if I leave that little device in there, it sucks up the batteries as well. So I had to yank it out and let this charge up, So that's the main key right there, that little device, that little wireless device I have in the back of the computer. So it's going to be something to, something to be well aware of. And now that I'm back to work, am I going to go back to my regular routine of, getting out of work and do some shopping and all that? If I have to do that, I got to carry a mask with me wherever I go, and that's probably the main thing. I have 3 masks, and that's going to be key. And it has been, like I said, it has been a crazy, insane ride. It has been nuts. It has been totally weird not being at work for a couple of months, and because the place that you work at is closed down. It is, it kind of like it's so strange. It's very, very strange in a way. And and I'm just sitting here going, and I'm used to now. I've been sleeping in, waking up late, staying up late, and all this good stuff. I mean, the weird part is you couldn't go anywhere, and couldn't do anything, and sometimes you got to keep your mind busy, you keep your mind sane. And my family and I, we've been through a lot, and we had a huge dog fight upstairs last night, and I don't know what is up with that. So one of my sisters tried to stop it and ended up getting bitten for her trouble. So she's okay though, praise God. I don't know what's up with my sister's border collie, Pepsi. She had quite the temper, but I don't know if she's being protective of the baby or what, and I don't know. It is so strange and weird, and it's just it's crazy. And my dog family dog Rhesus was not the same since that. Since my sister's dog attacked him as well, and I think it's his maternal instincts on the dog's part. You know, Pepsi, protecting baby stuff and the baby himself. Maybe that's how she is, or she has a bad temper, and so we had to put our family dog down because he had a cancerous mass, and unfortunately, that's heartbroken in itself, and I don't like reminding my own family about this, and just are talking about it. But our family's been through a lot of challenges. It's been through a lot, in our lives, and yet we're still coming out. We're still doing the thing. 3 of my sisters graduated this year, high school, which is great. They've been homeschooled a lot. So we're getting towards summertime. In fact, we're halfway there. In fact, a week from tomorrow will begin summer. So this is we're talking the temperatures are moderating a little bit. So I think that the upside for me going back to work is I don't have to worry about getting a jacket, wearing an extra, some extra clothing because it was cold. It wasn't much of we didn't have much of a spring. It's more like a fall type weather. It's like the season's going in reverse. It's like we went from we got summer and then fall and winter, and we're supposed to have a spring, but we didn't have much of a spring, and then it's like having a fall, and it's going back to reverse, and then so we didn't have much of a spring, and not only that, and not only that, the whole pandemic has really hit us hard to the point where the Portuguese feast has been canceled, the WEML-TV festival has been postponed. In fact, I think the mayor has said this. I think the mayor had made an edict that every summer event is postponed until after Labor Day. That's when all the kids at school. And the problem is that you lose business. Those summer events lose businesses if they postpone it, and they plan it to the point where, and they plan it to the point where not a lot of people show up, and you wonder why, and everybody's back in school and all that. So that is a very concerned, it is a concerning feeling to have, but I'm sure my WEML-TV Festival president Mike said we can work around that and see what he can come up with. And if there's no festival this year, then this could be the worst summer ever. Moses Barasa, a friend of mine on Facebook, said this is a summer that never was. Listen, I wouldn't say that as of yet, and I'll tell you why. Maybe all the summer events get canceled, but we have to make a summer that is worth remembering. It's up to us to do that. We don't have the events to work with, true, but we have to create memories of our own, and it would still be a summer that is. A lot of people are talking, written off the summer as the summer that never was, and I don't know why. People write off a lot of things as of late, and I'm getting sick and tired of people writing off a lot of things, and just. We got to, it's up to us to make that, it's not up to what the experts say or the reporters, the media has to say. It's up to us what we can do about the summer. We got to get a summer a good one. Maybe this will be a summer time of reflection of our lives and, where we stand in life and where we at, that could give us an opportunity to do that. I'm telling you, it's been a mind-blowing mental adventure, just sitting here and just talking and, just communicating and, it has been, I've been Zooming with my church family as well, and I've been doing a lot of thinking about, Zooming with my Ruby Tuesday family as well to see what they're up to. And see how they're doing, and I think it would be great to do that, and to check on everybody to see how they're doing and what's going on in their lives. And I know a lot of people do that on Facebook, but I think it's great for us to verbally communicate with one another, even if we can't do it physically, due to the social restrictions, the restrictions due to COVID-19. And a lot of people, think it's a political thing, and I think it is, but still, it's like. But like I said, we can't trust our politicians, man. They're dumber than mud. They say one thing and they contradict themselves with another thing. It's like, Joe Biden was the recent one to do it. Talking about Martin Luther King did not make an impact. What? Is Biden on drugs or something like that? I don't know. I don't know who's worse, Trump or Biden. You know, you take your pick your poison. I don't care. But the fact of the matter is this, that, you know, I shouldn't say I don't care, but I should care. But the fact of the matter is that you know, it's like there's a you know, one thing I care about is do the politicians have a brain in that White House? And like, anybody in the White House have a brain? You know, if they are, they're a bunch of scarecrows. They need a brain. You know what I'm saying? You know, I think this country's run by scarecrows because they're people that need a brain. You know, I think Bobby the Brain Heenan, if he was still alive, would make a better president than and could run this country better than the yuckers that we have. You know what I'm saying? You know, Republicans and Democrats, you're sitting there going, you know, like. But then again, we had to keep our politicians in our prayers. I always prayed God to give them wisdom, and they're not using the wisdom that God gave them. It's like, Lord, what are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? They're not using the wisdom you gave them. I've asked you to give them, and they're going to, you know, Lord, we don't know. So, I don't know. You know, I just don't know. That situation is just a mess as it is already. They messed everything up. They messed up everybody's minds. This coronavirus messed up everything in life. You know, 2020 is so messed up, man. You know, I think 2020 sucks so bad it makes MJF look like Mr. Rogers, you know? Yeah, Maxwell Jacob Freeman. Now, there's a guy who's an idiot. He still is in character. He doesn't even care about what's going on in this country. And he's an idiot tweeting people making mom's basement jokes and all that. And I'm idiot. Hello. And he whines and cries about Jungle Boy Jack Perry getting a TNT title shot. I'm like, you know. And Tony Schiavone, like, can't stand him. You know, Freeman, Maxwell Jacob Freeman, we can't stand you. You're the ultimate troll. Dude, you're maybe a wrestler, but you're the ultimate troll when it comes to social media. You hate on everybody. You think you're better than everybody else. You hide behind that jacked up Jason Momoa wannabe Wardlow, and you're unbelievable, dude. You know, yeah, there's some of us sitting in our mom's basement because we couldn't afford a place of our own. You know, the idiot politicians force the landlords to hike up the rents and everything in the apartments or even homes. You think that we don't live the life that you do, that you're better than us? Dude, you know, you haven't stood a mile in my shoes, pal. So don't even tell me that you're better than me, because you're not better than me. You're not better than anybody else in this world. So why don't you stop it, you big-nosed galoot? All right? Maxwell Jacob Freeman, I can't stand you. Maxwell Jacob Freeman, you are, listen, I am not handsome like you are. Listen, you got more money than me, that's great. That's wonderful. Whoopee-doo. Whoopee-doo. You want a cookie? Huh? Freeman, you want a cookie? Because Maxwell Jacob Freeman, you don't want a cookie from me. Because I will instead of me hand it to you, I would throw on it and hit you in the eye with it. All right? Because, dude, you think you're better than anybody else. Man, oh man. Freeman, it's like, even keeps in character, even though this whole pandemic's going on. We have a race crisis situation going on, and here's MJF running his mouth about whining and getting a title shot. Oh boy, good Lord, what's going on with that boy? I'm telling you something right now. But hey, who am I to judge, right? It's unbelievable. One of my thoughts on Black Lives Matter, I always a firm belief that all lives matter, but is one of those things like in the Bible, Luke 15, when the 99 sheep are all together, the 100 sheep are all together, you get that one that strays away. And that you get that one and bring it back, and I think that's what's happening here. Get that one sheep, the black sheep, bring it back and have it be included with the other sheep. And I gotta tell you, it's been, like I said, it's been a mental adventure for me. And it has been a mental adventure for me because I've been saying a lot of stuff that's on my mind. I've been saying a lot of things have been on my mind. I'm sitting here, rocking back and forth in my chair, looking like this, and all that. No, I'm sorry. I'm getting dizzy over here. And, less than 2 hours till SmackDown. Almost towards an hour and a half till SmackDown. And, about a little bit more than an hour away, half hour away from going on Zoom and saying hello to all my church family. A lot of people, and then I get picked on by the internet trolls once again with this whole situation, whole eBay is a joke drama and all that good stuff. But we're dealing with that as I speak. I got the block button available. Nobody ain't commenting on my videos, You know, what annoys me is people commenting on my videos and not sticking with the subject in the videos. That's why I also remove comments. And the fact of the matter is that. So just like stick with the subject in the video. All right? That's all you needs to do. That's all you needs to do. If I see any comment off video, off subject, I will delete that comment. All right? And you want to know why? That's how, you know, organization is key, folks, okay? We want to organize, and that's the best way to do it, you know? I know y'all, you know, and then, you know, people say, you know, if people, trolls tell me I blocked them and that I'm a coward, excuse me. Renee Michelle, who is the wife of Drake Maverick, said it best, and that is blocking people is self-care. You need to take care of yourself, look out for yourself. I'm cool with that. I'm down with that, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, life right now, since March 24th, I believe. That's when everything shut down. So March 23rd, March 24th. Everything has been shut down up until this point. All right, because the mall's backed up, open today, and technically it will close about an hour, less than an hour. It's been, you know, quite the adventure that people have been on. Like I said, I've learned a lot about myself. I've learned how to handle things in a different light. I have learned, you know, a lot of things, you know, with my church family and all. And just like sometimes you got to do a lot of soul searching too, and that's the most important thing that I've been doing. And I'm hoping that a lot of you guys out there soul search as well. And hoping Maxwell Jacob Freeman searches himself. You know, even though, you know, he was kept in character and all that, but sometimes, you know, he's got to really thinking, not go overboard with this. I mean, I know you can have a lot of fun with having a character and a gimmick and all, but I'm sure you got to, you know, dial it back a little bit and go, wait a minute here, wait a minute, let me think about this, you know, you feel like Joe Goldblum, you know, wait a minute here, no, wait a minute now, yeah, have that Goldblum moment, wait a minute now, here we go, I'm thinking here, you know. It is crazy. Like I said, life's been crazy. Like I said, my brother and my sister-in-law from New Hampshire paid a visit. My brother, as you know, is a reserve in the Air Force, and just pray for him because he's going to be on a huge assignment. He's going to be on a huge assignment for 8 months, and I'm going to miss him for that long. And hopefully he'll contact us or you know, via airmail, snail mail, email, American mails. I'm only kidding. And just keep them in your prayers, guys. You know, I know people in the military are having it rough right now because, including police officers, because of the scrutiny they're under and all that. Because you know, they say one bad apple can spoil the whole bunch, and unfortunately, that's what everybody's going by. You know. And, you know, you got cancel culture. This person's canceled because they said something. That company's canceled because they said something, you know, and everybody gets so touchy nowadays. And what irks me even more, that you know, Amazon's thinking about knocking, Dukes of Hazzard off the list. I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, it's just a show. And all these snowflakes have been whining and crying about it. You know, Cops is gone. Yeah, that show Cops has been on for a long time gone. Live PD is gone. You know, that show too. And I highly doubt Rescue 911 is going to get a chance of a revival either. I mean, it's just, you know, it's just really sad. And all these shows that we grew up watching, and we learn a lot from these shows. When I used to watch, you know, sit down, used to watch Cops with my dad, you know, the thing here is I learn. Don't do drugs. Don't drink alcohol. Don't carry a weapon. Don't hurt people, all right? Respect your police officers. Respect, you know, that's the things I've learned back in the day. I never saw, you know, I know there were racism back then, but I was taught not to do that, not to be racist, not to be mean to people. And when I was a kid, I never understood a whole lot. But when, you know, growing up, I was starting to learn more and more and more and more. And, it's just, you know, there's people out there, you know, it's something else. It's just something else that, you know, like I said, I've been on this mental adventure during this time. And believe me, it's, you know, But I do love everybody, and that's the most important thing. You know, being brought up as a born-again Christian, we're always been taught to love one another. It doesn't matter what race, creed, color, sex, or even sexual preference or lifestyle preference, shall we say, or, you know, political preference and all that. We've been taught as a church to love one another. Never taught us to hate, and that's the, you know, never said hate this certain group of people. Never didn't say, you know, Bible says love your enemies, bless them that curse you. And that's the difficult thing that we all are doing right now, because a lot of people going up against the police, and the police are supposed to protect you. In fact, I always mention my ex-crush, her husband. All right, I talked in my church Zoom family. We were talking about the protest, the peaceful protests that were happening around here in the state, here in the state of Massachusetts. And my ex-crush's husband, Danny, he works for, he is a police officer up in Boston, in that Boston area there. He had a bag of urine thrown at him, which, and I wasn't there, so it was not me, just to let you know. Because I've been home when, you know, been home in assault. I can't go anywhere. You nuts, you know. How could I be there, you know? It's just like, you know, the social distancing, hello, you know, come on, you know. But anyways, it was all, I was kind of disheartened when that happens. And if it happens to somebody that you know, I don't know him very well, but I knew Paulette, but I didn't know him. But it's like you kind of feel it because he's part of the church family, you know. Even though some of these people don't go to church with us, you know, they got their start at the church, you know. My ex-crush, her family got their start at church. In fact, her father retired as the leader of the music ministry this past March. My mother takes over now, so that's a huge, and then that's been a huge thing. So that's, you know, and you know, we're trying to get ourselves off the ground because that now. The pandemic has really set us back, so we're going to have to, you know, I'm hoping that my mother's got some great ideas and all that, so it's been very, very difficult. So, like I said, we all have been in a mental adventure as of late, you know, during this time. It's been a whole mental adventure. One big mental adventure when we were quarantined. And that's a huge thing. And, you know, between the pandemic happening and the protests that have been happening and businesses getting shut down left and right, you know, it's a lot to think about, a lot to process in, a lot is happening. And then I'm expecting changes that are happening at the mall. It already is. You know, the play area is off limits, food court's off limits. So that's, you know, no more seating. So that's huge. That's very, very huge for us. And just, you know, well, you know, I question myself, will my hours get shorter because the mall's did not make a whole lot of money during this time period, you know? So that's another thing I'm worried about. But you know what, you know, you know, considering getting another job, and that's going to be very difficult to do because most of the places may end up closing, you know? I'll probably get a job at one place and then a month later, boom, it's gone, you know? Because the place is closing and all that. So it's something that, you know, there's a lot to think about. There's a lot to process, a lot to think about. You know, a lot of people don't like this year already, and people want to cancel this year and all that. But we still have a month to go. We can turn this thing around if we want to. You know, it will get better. It's up to us how we do it. Yeah, so, and it has been one long, in fact, you know, I'm very happy that, you know, our favorite fish and chips place, Gene's, just opened up this weekend, and my dad just ordered, Gene's, and he told me, hey, you got plenty of money. I said, here, $11. Give me some, don't give me the coleslaw, give me extra tartar sauce. And he told me, you get coleslaw. And when I go there to order, I tell him, no coleslaw, give me extra tartar sauce. Hey, you know, whatever, you know, I got the coleslaw, gave it to my father, here's your coleslaw, Dad. We kind of made a trade. He gave me the tartar sauce, I gave him the coleslaw. Hey, all right, you know. Yeah, so it's been like one big mental adventure this year. I think we know a lot about ourselves or each other and all that, and just learn a lot, and just, you know, like I said, going back to work Monday, I don't know what to say or what to do. I'm going to go there and do my job. And if my hours are cut short, it is what it is. You know, you know, despite the fact that our mall's the last one standing and doing pretty decent, online shopping's been a huge factor in that. And now this coronavirus thing could really set us back a little bit more. If Chuck E. Cheese closes, it goes to Chuck E. Cheese here in the Dartmouth Town Center. There, like I said, Pier 1 Imports is gone, so, you know, our J.C. Penney's going to be still standing. That's good news. And Phone 107, I got a bone to pick with you. You said the Burlington line of Burlington Mall, at the Dartmouth Mall. That Burlington Mall, the Burlington Coat Factory store you claim it's at the Dartmouth Mall. That ain't the Burlington Dartmouth version. That ain't the Dartmouth Mall. And I recognized. I think it was the Fall River version, not the Dartmouth version, dude. So whoever's been running that social media, that YouTube channel over at Phone 107, fix that. Fix your title. You know? Oh, boy. So, I've gone crazy. Praise the Lord. So, okay, so, wow, 30 minutes already. Hey, pa. I will, let you guys go. I've already ranted and raved long enough. I was going to tell you that this has been one big mental adventure. That's what this whole situation between March 24th till June the 14th, June the 14th of 2020, one big mental adventure for me. And learned a lot, had a lot of fun. But the show must go on. It's still going to continue, despite the fact I'm going back to work. I'll probably come home to pick up an episode, get these thumbs. Just gonna do the thing that I always do. Yeah, dig it, brother. Yeah, Macho Man this in the air. Yeah, the cream rises to the top. Ooh, yeah. You know, one big mental adventure. Yeah, this coronavirus thing. You know, some of this people that have already passed on. I'm sure. You know, I hate to be, I don't want to say I'm glad they died before all this happened, you know, but I'm just glad they're not here to put up with this, you know. I don't know how would they react if they had to deal with this, and I'm sure it wouldn't be pretty either, but I'm just glad they're in a better place. That's what, I'm glad they're in a place that they don't have to worry about dealing with all this. You know, that's the thing, you know, but, you know, I do send out my condolences and prayers to all the families of our loved ones who are passed on, but, you know, I want you to just be happy that they're in a better place than when we are right now, and hopefully we'll join them soon. That's all I gotta say on that matter, you know, and, you know, like, I don't want to say, oh, I'm glad they're dead, because that's being mean. I'm just glad that they're not around to deal with stuff like this anymore. You know what I mean? And I'm just glad that, you know, it's like, I'm sure they're worried about us up in heaven, but I'm sure they know, you know, they can trust God. That's the most important thing, you know. And I really don't know, man. I really don't know. I'm just you know, I'm happy they're in a better place now. Praise God, you know. Our loved ones, you know, I'm sure I'm very happy that our loved ones are in a better place than this, because I'll tell you one thing right now, I don't know how they would react if they were still here and all this is going on. Who knows what's going through their minds right now, you know? I want to be an angel on the wall or something like that and go to heaven and find out what our dearly departed loved ones are thinking, you know? Some probably have face palms going, oh man, you know, or somebody saying everything's going to be all right, a little optimistic. Who knows for sure? So that's all the time we have on this crazy show. I will see you guys on episode 694. This is episode 693 of EML77 TV. One big mental adventure. All right, I'll see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful day, and hope you guys. I'll see you on the next episode. All right, peace, love, and be radical, dudes. See ya. Be excellent to each other. So long for now.